Mike Smith, joined by Highland Community College football head coach Aaron Arnold. Coach, busy day, of course, with National Signing Day for guys that are here now, moving on to their next chapter, but also guys that are looking to start college football careers, coming in to be a part of Scotty Nation as well. And we'll start off right there. I mean, looking at the class coming in, I know you brought some guys already in here in the spring semester, then now got another corp of guys that are going to be coming in for next year. But how do you think things are shaping up?
Yeah, so, you start with January, and we had some good guys come in mid-year, and we were able to add some numbers there, and that always helps. Those guys get to go through spring football and go through winter conditioning and get their grades right, and so that's a big help. And then today I think we signed a good group. But, I'm realistic about it. I've done this enough times to know that if there's 105 college football coaches, everybody thinks they've got a great signing class on signing day, and so I think what really matters now is what those guys do between now and the time they get here. We signed them because they've got talent, because they've got potential, and hopefully they're all ready to go to work, and they're going to work on getting better and to give themselves the best possibility to be able to contribute as soon as they get here. So, really to assess your signing day class, I think you just got to look at what your positions at need were and how you did filling those holes. So I think for us, offensive line, defensive line, and linebacker were some key position groups that we needed to fill holes. And just from a number standpoint, I think we did as well as we could have to bring in guys to help to be able to compete at those spots.
Obviously, it's a bit of a different beast at this level, given in a four-year school. You have quick turnaround. You only got guys for a couple years, so you're always probably constantly looking at different guys. And did you feel that you talked about specific positions that those were the need, but you also probably have to look at about everything?
I think one of the biggest challenges at this level is that you're building a new team every single year. And so, yeah, you definitely have to go out and continue to recruit running backs and wide receivers and DBs. And those guys are no less important than any other position group. Just from a volume standpoint, we knew we were going to be really thin at the O-line and the D-line spot. And so that's where most of our efforts were. But, of course, we're still out looking for, those skill guys as well. And then, that continues. It's signing day for us is a lot different than at a lot of levels. It's the first day that you can start to sign kids that are senior in high school, and that's really all that it means for us. It doesn't mean that our signing class is done. Mm-hmm. So from now until the end of the year, we'll continue to look and evaluate, and then when summer starts, there's always kids looking to transfer out of Division I, Division II schools, and we're going to keep our options open there. We really almost end up with 3 recruiting classes. We bring in our mid-year class, we sign our high school kids, and then we sign the kids that become available at the end of the school year. So you got to find some balance in there and make sure that you're getting the right guys at the right times.
The other unique aspect of this level is obviously guys leave here and continue to play college football somewhere else. And I know you're always proud to see those guys achieve the dreams, whether it's playing D1 or another level. And I had 16 guys right now with either a D1 offer or have signed to play D1, and several others D2 and different levels on top of that. But encompassing all of that, you talk about O-line and D-line. A lot of guys are in that group or from those two positions. But how proud are you of those guys that they'll be able to move on?
I'm thrilled for those guys. That was a really special group of kids. That group of sophomores. Some of those guys had been with us for 3 years, and just to see them grow and develop as people was a lot of fun. And it's really exciting to see that so many of them are having success. And we at this level of football, we celebrate our Division I guys, but we had a lot of guys that moved on to play Division II, and even some NAIA guys out of that group. And I'm happy for all those guys. I mean, the end goal for all these kids is to get someone to pay for your education and to get that education for free. And so I'm thrilled for all of those guys to have an opportunity to move on, and it's fun to watch them continue to have success. And, I think when you look at, 16 Division I guys is great until next year, and then we got to replace 16 Division I guys. And so that's kind of the cycle that you end up in the world of junior college football.
I wanted to ask you kind of just overall, now that you've been here for a while now here at Highland, you had obviously recruiting class comes through. You now even got a guy that played for you on your coaching staff as well. What's it been like, over the years now that maybe you've got a few of these under your belt? Does it come a little easier?
So my first ever signing day was one of the worst blizzards that Kansas has had. And Kansas High School shut down Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of signing week. And Highland Community College shut down Tuesday and Wednesday. Mm-hmm. So we were struggling to get our paperwork out. We didn't get any of our paperwork back in. When signing day finished, my first ever recruiting class, I think we'd signed like 5 kids. So, yeah, I was about to have a heart attack. I wasn't sure we were going to have enough to fill the roster, and I was going into my first season as the head coach. So stress levels are certainly lower at this point. I think as you do things more and more, you realize that if you've done things the right way throughout the process, it's not going to be a real stressful event. We don't get a lot of surprises because we're not high-pressure recruiters. We're not out selling kids a dream. We just tell them the truth. We let them make a decision about whether or not we're the right fit for them. And because my coaching staff operates that way, we don't get too many surprises on signing day. We don't get too many kids flip-flopping. We're pretty well locked in with the kids that want to come here. And that's really, more than anything, a testament to how great of a job my assistant coaches do recruiting. Those guys are the ones out there on the road just killing themselves over the course of the last month to try to show these young guys how much we want them to be a part of our football program and show them why we're the right choice for them to make. And they did a great job, and because of that, we're not going to get blindsided by any kids flip-flopping on signing day.
Well, we're looking forward to the new Scotties, of course, coming, and looking forward to keeping track of course, the other guys that are going to be moving on with the next chapter. And, Coach, wish you best of luck with the next year coming up.
Thanks, Mike.
Hey, Coach Aaron Arnold, of course, the Highland Community College football team.